Test เฮ้ขอบคุณครับ very good afternoon everyone okay well my name is Sarupong สุประเสริฐ and this is
And my name is กิติพล บุญลีชัย ครับ
yes we're from Thammasat University okay so actually he is my advisee. Okay, so 2 years ago, let me mention a bit about the background of this project. 2 years ago, Gitapon was a senior student at the Department of Drama, and there was a thesis project to be done for graduation. Okay, so then he came to see me, and I knew that his background was with opera, and he is countertenor. So we discussed a lot about the project, and finally we came to bring the areas in the opera, in the existing operas, to do something, to play something with the arias, to make a new performance. So Gitapon will talk about the background of this project.
Okay, for the background is I like the opera, but all of my friends but mostly of my friends don't know about the opera. So I have a question: why they don't have the excitement in opera? So I asked them, and they said they don't understand what they're singing, or they don't understand the lyrics and everything about opera. So I I think that if I could do something to make them understand opera without knowing the words, so it came to this project.
Yeah. Okay. So well, we decided to use a method in theater making. We call it devised theater or devising. So let me talk about the what is the devised theater or devising. Devised theater or devised performance is a term referring to the theatrical pieces or performance pieces created by the devising techniques. So they are a bit different, devised theater and devising. Devising is a big word for the contemporary theater because it includes many techniques we cannot define which one is devising or not. We cannot say it clearly. The only criteria that we can say that's devising is the technique must be able to unfold the creativity. The most obvious one is any technique that lets us improvise. We might start the devising with anything such as a line in the play or poetry, a piece of visual painting, a song, a series of movement, or even the evening news. Yeah, we can start from anything, even the chair, the table. Okay, and after that, a technique is brought to the process to let us improvise. For example, from the news, we might do a role play or sing a song that correlates with the news. We can improvise more until we come to an idea of a performance. Each piece made by the improvisation will be composed or discarded by the director and finally made into a new piece of theater or performance. Regarding to the techniques in the theater history, there are many techniques were employed in creating new theater productions since the early of 20th century. But the terminology, the word divide theater and devising, firstly coined in maybe in 1980s at that time. So devising is not technique, but method. To rethink about the existing sources and to create a new piece of theater or performance. It also allows the theater makers to contain the contemporary issues or just aesthetic forms into the performance. Okay, so let's see what he did in this project. He will demonstrate some parts.
Okay. First, I started project with the with the areas, about 6 or 7 songs in areas. So I choose some of them out from the story, and then I devise them by singing in other technique that write in the score. Like if they say you have to sing it loud, I sing it like quietly, and it turns the feeling or emotions of the singers, and they can make it understandable uh, to the audience. Like some song like Ave Maria, Ave Maria by William Gomez. I The song is writing for about praising the Ave Maria, the Maria, and I try to sing it like sing it. Actually, the voice is
You can stand.
okay.
You can stand.
Actually, the placement of the voice is come above, and I try to sing it low on the ground. I try to sing. I try to make my voice spread on the ground. And it can make something different from the original. So that I will try to demonstrate you. Okay. Like for actually this song have to sing like Ave, Ave Maria. And I from the devising I try to sing like this. Ave, Ave Maria. You can see the difference from the first one and the second one. So in this method, I try in every song that I choose, and I try to make the difference from the original. So I think that this is the most important in my project. That how can I make the difference from the original song, the different like completely different, like from the Ave Maria. Ave Maria, they praise Maria, but in my project I try to ต่อว่า I try to maybe begging or blame Ave Maria, like I will sing it, try to demonstrate you. Okay. Ave, Ave Maria, Lino, Lino Risti Gratia, Benditus su in trititas vas mujeres, benditus fructo de tu vientre, Jesús. Like, if you can see that the the difference that I'm not praising her at all. I have another feeling like I'm sad and I try to begging her for her mercy. Okay, and from that step I choose all. I try to find the best technique of my voice to change the feeling of the song. And then all of 7 done, I try to make a story out of that 7 song. I try to like link one song to another song to another song to another song, but I try to make a story out of it. So I think that if there are just a song in 7 song is too short for the performance, so I try to make it as a theater, so it have a monologue because I speak my own, I speak myself. And that 7 song I try to like adjust it, like what one will be the first one or what one will be the last one, or how can I adjust it in this story.
Reorder the sequence, you mean?
Yes. And then I try the first song and I write all of it, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in order to that place. And I think that this is the perfect placement for any song. And then I make a story out of it, like I will tell you the story shortly, okay? It starts from the woman who, it is a, I think it's a tale or not, I'm not sure, but there is a woman that she tried to grow a rose. Oh no, to grow roses for her man who's left. But every time she planted the rose, she thought that this is the most beautiful one. So the most beautiful rose bring back her man, but not. So I try to make a story out of this like I make it as a spine story. And then in that women women like attitude or uh, in that women world, I would say it's a world, okay. In that women world, there are a tale that there are a mermaid in the sea that cannot love with other
Other species.
that cannot love other species, but they love together. And then they were catched, they were catched that she loved from other species and they have to separate, and that mermaid turns to be a siren. Like I use the story of siren, and that siren sing to she sing to call the
every man.
yeah, the every man who passed and killed, because she wants her lovers, but she cannot do it. So it make her to feel like, and in that in those 2 characters, they have a different type of voice, I would say. From the woman, they have a thicker voice, but the mermaid have a thinner voice and like softer. The women has more power and I would say more sad something, because she wait for a long time for her lovers to come back, but he not come back. So out of these 7 songs, I made the story, and I devised in every part, I would say,
Yeah.
in every part, that how to tell the story, how to dress, how to change the costume, or everything. And I try to make it as smooth as I can to connect the story to the song, from the song come back to the story, because the song is Italian but the story is Thai. So how can I connect it without making people feel uncomfortable with the
The switch of the
Italian
language.
Yes, yes. So that is what I do in my project.
In his performance,
ไม่ตรง
uh, yeah. In his performance, he began with a woman, a woman, and invite the audience as a guest for a party, and just like welcome back her man, and during that, she's wait for the man. She tells a story of the mermaid, who breaks the rule of the mermaid, and then become a siren, and after the tale, she just thinks that okay, her man will arrive, and there's no one, and then her heart breaks. And then she blames the Maria that allow her to love. For something like that, in the performance. And after the performance, there are about 20 people for the audience, and we collect the data from 7 people, 7 audiences, 5 women and 2 men. They are students in the department drama, drama department, without any background with the operas. And then what we found, the audience said that, sorry. Yeah, vocal articulation can differentiate the characters. They know that he played a different role, different character in each scene. They can say that, okay, they believe that it's not the same character, not the same one. And then the vocal direction signifies whom the character talks to. Okay, because it's solo performance, he plays alone, without any other actors on the stage. But the audience know that he talks to father, to the lover, or to the audience. The vocal direction can give them the meaning and create the meaning of space, just like it's a private space, space to herself, or need the audience participation, gather them into as a part of the scene. And then the theatrical context and vocal articulation are able to bring the audiences across the boundary of Italian language. Okay, this Gittipon spoke in Thai and sang in Italian, but the audience said that they understand what was the meaning in each scene, in each music. Though it is not the precise meaning, the correct one, but they understand what relies, so what lies beneath, in each scene, in each song. But I have noticed that it may be the background of the audience might influence their understandings. We come to the conclusion, and we can see that from the project, the devising on the vocal articulation was able to detach the meaning from the original context, and it was the key to turn the existing areas into a new performance. Surprisingly, that the audience understand the story. Yeah, that's all.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for the presentation. Would you like to
still thinking how to phrase the question. Okay, a bit like a two-part question. But the first one is like, how do you balance all of the vocal exploration with your vocal health? Like doing something with still like healthy and correct technique, right? Because like that's super important. Because if you give example like for example like Ave Maria, and you play with placement, like that can get dangerous if you are using wrong placement in part of your experiment. So that's one. And the other part is, how impactful do you think this experimentation, this aspect of like maybe exploring color and technique, like how effective can it be for an audience who doesn't listen to opera much or doesn't already know vocal technique? Like maybe they can't. Do you think that maybe they can't tell you're doing something different? So how much do you feel like this impacted and added to your performance?
Thank you for the question. For the first question, I try to sing in many ways, but if I feel uncomfortable with my voice, I stopped.
Yeah. Okay.
I tried a different one, but the most relaxed one.
Okay.
Not like I try everything too far. No, I try in my in my limit, yeah. Because if I'm over that, I know that my voice would crack or get dangerous. And from the second question is, the people can tell that I use the other technique or not, but the answer comes from the questionnaires after the show. That they understand the feeling of the character, or they understand the character or not. Because in the opera one, in the full opera one, there are a lot of production, a lot of production, a lot of instrument or about the orchestra, so they can bring the emotional too. But in my performance, just a piano, so I have to do something with my voice to make them understand what the character feel that moment, or the what the character will be developed, or something like that.
Okay. Thank you.
Any more comments or questions? Okay. Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
ขอบคุณค่ะขอบคุณครับ
Piano, opera, technique.